Hey ladies and jellyfish, one world of all sizes, welcome to the Inspector number 13 review from Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. Thanks for watching. Wow, another Ben 10 review. Well, this is my first Ben 10 review for you guys. So yeah, thanks for watching. This episode of Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, which is my favorite Ben 10 series, starts off with a Technon robot master, weapon master, and Kevin finds him in his garage and fights him. And knowing Kevin, he of course loses. So yeah, Kevin loses, and Gwen meets him later in the morning. And Kevin explains that he was here, how they've never fought the weapon masters before, how they're not protected on robots. And yeah, he just explains all that to Gwen. Then we get Ben and Julie playing tennis, and of course Ben hates it. She says stop sulking, and he turns to Echo, his first alien, and of course since Ben has his ego, he goes on with the game, and it's even. Then they see this shuttle coming down, and the weapon master sees Ben, and Ben turns back to Ben, knowing his ego again. He says hi to the guy, and the guy acts weird. Yeah, he checks the Ultimatrix. He takes his hand, and yeah, Ben is of course weirded, and he turns to Terraspin, the second alien. Now this all happens in around 3 minutes, so yeah. The guy gets a concussion swarm. Terraspin spins, and making the concussion swarm swoop through the ground where Julie is, and it all explodes. Of course, Julie's okay, because you can't kill Julie in, like, the beginning of your episode, which has nothing to do with Julie anyway. Then Ben goes on to the ship with the guy. He gets strapped up, and yeah, the guy makes him talk, and he keeps saying Omnimatrix or Omnitrix or whatever, and he keeps saying it's not, it's the Ultimatrix. He says don't touch that, it'll go boom. And knowing the guy, he's not human, he doesn't know what boom means, and he's like, define boom, and he's like, it'll explode. So yeah, he doesn't pull open the
Good luck hacking the Ultimatrix. You'll never. Firewall 1 breached. Firewall 2 breached. Firewall 3 breached. Yeah, okay, but there's no way you'll get Master Control access. Master Control access granted.
I love that scene. Then Gwen and Kevin come along, and yeah, they're Gwen and Kevin. So they fight the weapon master. I mean Kevin. And yeah, Kevin loses. We get Gwen being a little weirded out because of the teleportation, which always weirds her out. And Kevin goes for Ben. He gets hurt by the defense the guy used. Gwen takes care of the defense very well with some awesome graphics, while Kevin detaches Ben from the trap, and yeah, well, basically just pulls them apart, and they get blasted into plasma cages, which hurt them. It's like instead of an electricity cage, you get surrounded by it, and then it comes close until it touches your body. And Ben transforms, and instead of him transforming, he turns Gwen and Kevin into Jetray and Diamond Head. By the way, Diamond Head is Gwen and Jetray is Kevin. So yeah, it's the first time we get that in the whole show, in the whole trilogy of Ben 10 series. And I just love Ben's face when he looks so puzzled. Then they fall out because the guy expels them from the ship, and Jetray can't aim at her, and of course Diamond Head can't fly, so she uses her energy powers, and they fall sweepingly towards Julie. And then we get Ben talking to the guy without him knowing. And yeah, he's...
The Ultimatrix isn't a weapon. Okay, never.
I just love that scene, honestly. He runs for it, and the weapon master later says, what the people do with the weapons is not our concern. And then Ben's like, then you won't take this personally. And then he shoots him with one of the Tekadon hands, the lasers. And that was like one of my favorite scenes too. Then we go back to Julie and Kevin and and Gwen, and they see that he's still on Earth. The Tekadon Master threatens to shoot Ben, and Ben transforms again, turning Gwen and Kevin into Clockwork and Wildheart, in that correct order. Then he turns Gwen into Humongousaur and Kevin into Waybig, which would seem easy to break into the gut place, but then he transforms them again into Nanomech, which is Kevin, and turns Gwen into Upchuck. Now, Upchuck tries to eat the walls. She does, but she hurls and she doesn't like the powers, and then the wall rebuilds itself. So it's kind of a cool little graphic again to see. And then we get Nanomech slipping through the walls. We get the Tekadon Weapon Master trying to rip open Ben. And, Nanomech just kills him. He zaps him with his brain stuff, and he saves Ben. And then Gwen and Julie doesn't come in, but Gwen comes in and helps Ben get through. I just love that splat scene. It's hilarious with the splat where Nanomech gets crushed by this flash water. And everyone loves the Wrath scene with Gwen. It's like my favorite part. It's everyone's favorite part. He crushes the Tekadon's head. I just love her voice. And then we get the while we're still ahead cliche. While you were still ahead. I just love her voice. I'm saying her because it's basically Gwen in Wrath's body, so it doesn't really matter if Wrath's a boy or girl, because whoever possesses him or her is him or her, so that's confusing to say. But anyway, I just love Amphibian or Kevin's graphic. It looks so cool, like him shooting with his hands forward and that angle. And then we get Wrath doing the cliche about a voice coming out of nowhere where no one can see it. I just love that cliche too. And and then Ben's like, man, am I stupid? And then Wrath's like, let me tell you something, Benjamin Kirby Tennyson, everyone knows that. And it's hilarious to hear and to watch. And just, it's just the burn, it's just roast, that's what we call it. And then the Weapon Master takes care of Gwen and Kevin, and takes apart their powers, and then Forearms takes out the guy. And then the voice is like, Tetraman in Peter. And then he's like, deploy this, and he punches him, and then he's like, oh, how'd you know? So I just love the ending. The ending's not the best ending. It's like, if we got your powers, then you get our powers? And then he's like, oh, man. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's brought to you by a.s.k.airytchannel. We can find funny videos for a short time. See you, ladies.